Hi, I'm Cithryth, and you are watching episode 58 of my LOTRO Loremaster Let's Play. Today is a very exciting day in the world of LOTRO. Update 13 launched today, although by the time you're watching this, it'll be yesterday. What? You get the point. So it's a very exciting time. Update 13 launched, and we got a new executive producer's letter. Before I go into that, because there's just a ton of information to talk about, I'm going to pick up these quests because, as I talked about before, the Trollshaws got revamped as part of Update 13, and so the whole quests are different. So I am going to be taking quests here. They are a bit lower than my level, but I'm going to take them, and I'm going to try to do them. I'm not sure if I want to do this one, though. It says it's for a fellowship, but it's 5 levels below me. I'm going to take it, and we'll see how it goes. So I have to find the elves marker. So while I go this way and kill things and take other quests, because as you can see, this Whiskerback Digger has a quest ring over his head. It's a auto-bestowed quest. I don't know if I've actually come across any yet. They're big in Moria and Rohan and areas like that, more new areas, I suppose. And I really like it because it kind of makes more sense than finding some random guy somewhere telling you to do stuff, whereas like here, I will kill this guy and I'll pick up something. And I'll have to kill a bunch of him or collect a bunch of stuff from Whiskerback Diggers. It actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense lore-wise, I suppose, depending on the situation, but it does make sense game mechanic-wise. So here we go. Quest available, defeat Cave Claws and Sal Trollshaws. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier to pick up quests. Anyways, like I was saying, so lots of information. There's so much information. The LOTRO players, guys, they took an hour talking about just the executive producer's letter, let alone talking about Update 13. So, the one really big piece of news from the executive producer's letter is that the new class, they announced what the new class is. It's a Bjorning. I'm not happy. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be, and that I think that a new class could be. So that's really disappointing. Apparently, according to the producer's letter, which of course I will link in the description, it says Bjornings, primarily, they don't specifically, like, outright say only men will be able to, like, only the race of man will be able to have this class, but they say, like, oh, Bjornings were only men. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to extrapolate that. Anyways, Bjorning's light armor, casting class, with a focus on control of the battlefield, and when a Bjorning gathers... I should probably get in range of this boar, shouldn't I? And when a Bjorning gathers sufficient rage, they may transform into a mighty bear. So, to me, and to a lot of other people, the first reaction is, that's like a lore master combined with its own bear pet. So, I mean, I don't want to, like, write it off completely right away, because that's not cool, and I should give them a chance at least. But I'm keeping my hopes low, which means that even if it does end up being bad, then I'll be right, and if it ends up being really cool, then surprise, yay, surprise happiness. So that's a thing. That's whatever that is. Anyways, onwards. In the executive producer letter, they also talk about plans for this year, which is also very exciting. Previously, they'd been saying that, like, this year we're not going to focus on, we're not going to have an expansion, we're not going to have, like, new raid content. It's going to be mostly kind of revamping and cleaning up old systems, stuff like that. And for the most part, that's what it seems to be, but they are having quite a few big updates with new content areas and such. For example, the next update, after this one, obviously, that just happened today. Let's see, we will be doing Paths of the Dead, and we'll be going to Dol Amroth, which is our first Gondorian city and our first seaside city, which is really exciting. You can kind of see the sea in Forakel, but it's like all frozen over and you die if you go in the water, so it doesn't really count. So a seaside Gondorian city will be really cool, and we'll get 5 more levels, which means the new cap will be level 100, which is crazy. And then, quote-unquote, between updates, whatever that means, We will also be visiting the Dead Marshes to check up on the hobbits. That's all they say about it. It's pretty wide open, and yeah, not a whole lot of information, mostly speculation about what that means. Then, after that, for the third update of the year, they said we will be going to Pelargir, which is another Gondorian port city, and we will be joining the Army of the Dead to defeat the Corsairs of Umbar and get another 5-level cap increase. And that's unprecedented. I don't think we've ever had 2 level cap increases in 1 year. Although, I suppose it's not too crazy because it's 2 level increases of 5, so it's only 10 increases. 10 levels in a year, which is standard, I suppose. But, yeah, it's very unusual. And something interesting that, the LOTRO player news guys, I think it was Ending, brought up, that a couple years ago, Aaron Campbell, who is the executive producer of LOTRO now, had at one point said that with the free-to-play model, he didn't think that expansions would ever be a thing for LOTRO again, but then after he said that, we got, 3 expansions. But now that he's the executive producer, Ending reckons that maybe we won't be seeing, like, big expansions anymore, at least not every year. And rather, instead we'll just have updates with, content. Which, honestly, I'm kind of okay with that, because, honestly, the build-up for expansions, while it's really exciting and fun, and I like betas and stuff, it can tend to get a bit toxic sometimes, because people just get mean about stuff, and I think I'm just mostly basing that on the last 2 betas, Riders Rohan and Helm's Deep, when there was 2 big mechanics changes or additions, and people got very upset about both of them. Like, people were quitting the game about mounted combat, people quit the game about the class changes, and so it was all very toxic and angry-making, and it wasn't fun. And also, I apologize if, like, my voice sounds weird, and, like, you can hear me snuffling. I'm gonna try to cut it all out and edit it out as much as I can. But there's only so much I can do. I'm still getting over my cold. Well, let's see, what else did they talk about? They also went over stuff for 2015, but I think that's getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Although, I will say it is a little interesting that they bothered to say anything about what they plan to do for 2015. Usually they play their cards pretty close to their chest and don't go into stuff that far out in advance. They even talked about the end of 2015, getting the Minas Tirith and stuff, so that's kind of crazy. But we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves. There's a lot of stuff to talk about today. So, instead, I'm going to talk about Update 13! Yay! What is there to talk about? Right, so, new inventory system. Check this out. I only have 2 bags open. Okay, so before, you would have noticed that I had, like, 6 bags, right? As you can see, this one is named bags. And you can edit. See, you get these blocks. The bags get broken up into blocks. You can see these are the remnants of my other bags. I put all of the bag space from these 4 bags into bag 1. And you can do that by, you can see, you can just drag. And see, now bag 2 has those slots when we put it back. And so I have it set up so I have 2 bags. Bag 6 kind of has all the stuff that I carry around all the time. So, like, health and morale potions, random stuff I get from Hobbit presents that are, like, consumable things, crafting items, food, stuff like that. And then bag 1 is just all loot that I intend to sell. So that's pretty cool. It's definitely very welcome. I really enjoy it. And I think it'll make it easier for them to make additions to the bag system. And it's really nice. I like it. Much more customizability. You can also change how big they are, like how they're arranged size-wise, which is pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. I think it's cool. I'm into that kind of thing. So, yeah. It's cool beans. What else? Right, so VIPs can open their mail from their little alerts panel anywhere they are. I would show you, but I don't have any mail, so I can't. You can also attach up to 10 like stacks of items or 10 items to a piece of mail, which is something people have been asking for forever, like literally forever since this game existed. Another exciting thing, well, I mean, not for me because I don't like PvP, but something that is exciting to some people Free-to-play and premium players can now enter the Entenmoors by going to the stable at the South Free Gate. And they buy a Entenmoors pass, I guess, for Mithril coins. And you can start going to the Entenmoors at level 20. And you get auto-scaled up using the same kind of auto-scale technology that we see in the big battles. So that's interesting. That might help increase the, I don't know, population of the Entenmoors. I know a lot of people complain that, especially on smaller servers like mine, that there's no one to, like, fight with. But hopefully those changes will help, you know, change that and, you know, be good for the PvP people. I'm not one of them, but, you know, good luck, you guys. That's cool. So I still need to find this elves marker. I should probably set it as my quest guide focus. And while walking, I'm gonna keep killing stuff, I suppose. Sweet, found the elf marker. Markings upon the stone point south from the road, indicating the direction to Barrakin's camp. Alright, so let's go this way. He's up in a little, kind of, like, on top of a little, rocky outcropping, I suppose. It's pretty cool. I really do like the Trollshaws. Like, it's a really cool looking place. I like the music in the Trollshaws. And I'm glad they finally got around to revamping it, because the quests were not exactly conducive to, you know, nice questing. I do like that all the trees here and in Rivendell are all nice and, like, autumn looking. Autumn is probably my favorite season, so I enjoy it. Thanks for the trees. Alright. Oh, and look, they've got a stable master here. I think that's new. Maybe. I haven't quested in here in ages because it was terrible. Anyways, let's see what Barrakin has to say.
Megovanen. What can I do for you? Will you lend me your ear?
So, some dwarves have gone missing. We have to find them. Okay. Wait, I want to see what this, Oh, yeah, that reminds me. There's a new dye color, you guys. Steel blue. Hold on. I'll show you. I don't have any, because the unfortunate thing about the steel blue dye is the, recipe for creating the steel blue dye is locked behind a new level 95 reputation faction, and the recipe to make the item, or one of the items that you need to make the dye is also locked behind that reputation system. So that's too bad. So here's steel blue. Here's the steel blue cloak. And I'll do the chest piece so you can see what it looks like on different stuff. And also the leggings, because I think it looks pretty cool on these leggings, actually. So that's steel blue. I'll change the chest to navy so you can see the difference. There's navy. Here is black. Here is white, just 'cause. Here's gray. And here's Evenden blue. And Eredluin blue. And steel blue again. So as you can see, it's kind of a gray, almost blackish. I'd say it's kind of like true navy, like what we would usually think of as navy color stuff in real world, not the like navy in this game that's kind of pale blue. So yeah, that's pretty cool, and I will be constantly watching the auction house. If you wanna, you know, put some steel blue dye on the auction house on Winfola, even if it's for a lot of gold, I'll totally buy it. Or, you know, just skip the auction house and send it to me, COD, in the mail to Cithryth. Please, I'll buy it. Lots of money. Thanks. Alright, looks like we found some evidence of the boars, or the dwarves, not boars. Although this is also a boar, so I suppose we have also found that. This corpse is badly mauled by what you cannot tell, but you did find a piece of fabric stuck in its tusk. Perhaps you can find more evidence upon the boars. So, kill boars, basically. Can do. I should also probably have one of my pets out. That would be a good idea. You found no further evidence of the dwarves' location, so I must keep killing boars until I do. Give me answers, boars. Alright, I think I collected a scrap of cloth. So I have to bring this scrap of cloth to Barrakin now, so he can examine it for, you know, dwarf information, I suppose. Alright, so we have to go talk to Afflank back at the last bridge where we were before, but I think I'm going to end it now because I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking and it's taken up a lot of time. So, thanks for watching. Yeah, it was a lot of information. And I'll provide all the relevant links in the description so you can watch for that. And next time we'll be doing more quests in the Trollshaws. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.